Said yesterday we did not have the majority, but we have the gavel. Excuse me. We don't have the gavel. We don't have the... We have our own gavel. We just couldn't be prouder. I believe that it's a winner. And by the way, it's called the Affordable Care Act. It's called the Affordable Care Act. I know you didn't intend any compliment or derogatory, but it's called the Affordable Care Act. Affordable. Good. Affordable. There's a reason. Affordable. 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 Wow. Every month that we do not have an economic recovery package, 500 million Americans lose their jobs. But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
New details tonight on an epic incident in Congress involving House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi and Republican Congressman Tom Marino.
In 2009 and 2010, they had the House, the Senate, and the White House, and they knew this problem existed. They didn't have the strength to go after it back then, but now are trying to make a political issue out of it now.
Gentlemen, will
yes,
continue.
It is true. I did the research on it. You might want to try it. You might want to try it, Madam Leader.
And it didn't stop there. As the congressman walked away, Congresswoman Pelosi stormed across the aisle again, waving her finger. Watch and listen. Even fellow Democrats appear surprised.
I yield 1 minute to the gentleman from Washington, Adam Smith.
Gentleman from Washington is recognized for 1 minute.
What is she doing?
What was she doing? Well, now in a primetime exclusive, Pennsylvania Congressman Republican Tom Marino joins us live. Good to see you, Congressman.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so I got to ask you, you're up there, you're making your remarks. Were you sort of surprised about her approaching and what was happening?
I wasn't surprised, but it's just a breach of protocol. I have never seen it, and my colleagues told me they have never seen it. But look, anything she does will not surprise me anymore.
She was clearly upset, and I understand this conversation continued. Can you tell us about any further words that were between the two of you after what we saw there? Sure.
When she came over the first time, she called me a liar. You're a liar. This isn't true. And you heard what I said about, look, I was a prosecutor for 18 years, so I did my research, did my homework, and told her about that and said to her that you might want to try that.
Well, I got to ask you this. Her office says that she was just coming to remind you that House Democrats had passed the DREAM Act. Obviously, you were saying that Democrats controlled everything, House, Senate, and White House, and didn't get this done. Her office says that she simply wanted to remind you that House Democrats had acted, and they also say that she accepts your apology. But was there one?
No. First of all, if she wanted to remind me, she could have asked me to yield, to respond, to make a statement. She could have asked for more time on the floor. She didn't. She just simply was losing it. And when I finished and said, you know, I must have struck a nerve here, then she came back and followed me up and said that I was insignificant.
What was the context
insignificant. Of that? She looked very bizarre, very angry, to the point where she just said, you are insignificant. And you know, I can take that. As I said, I was a prosecutor for 18 years. I was threatened by drug dealers, murderers, and organized crime. This was a walk in the park. I just suggested to her that we go off the floor, and so there wasn't a scene. And again, she told me I was insignificant. She's telling really my people in my district they're insignificant. She's telling the American people who aren't royalty, because there is a fair number of people who act like royalty, and that was a primary example of it. And I just simply said, you're acting arrogant, and let's discuss this. And then she was escorted off the floor by the sergeant at arms, and